Hey, what's up, farm friends? It's your friendly neighborhood farmer Sam coming to you from the Runamuk Acres Conservation Farm in New Portland, Maine. I just wanted to jump on here with a little update about our crowdfunding campaign to help Runamuk get a truck. Got some big news last night from my hay farmer that they're taking hay early this season and they are cutting now. And they're going on vacation mid-July. So that means I need to have my funds ready in the next couple of weeks. I've already got my truck and trailer lined up, so that's not a problem. However, I've hit a bit of a snag this year. My sister is moving to Gardner to live with her new boyfriend. So I won't have her help to move hay. And also I've lost Braytek. Braytek has been working, as you know, off the farm part-time, but now he is trying to get a full-time position, and I'm not going to have his help to move hay either. And it's kind of impossible to move hay by yourself. I mean, a few bales is fine, right? But 400 bales is a whole different story. I don't want to play with that by myself. So that in tandem with all of the work of daily critter chores twice a day, moving the sheep on the field at least twice weekly, right? So each group has to be moved at least once, so that's 2 moves. And then if each group has to be moved a second time, that's 4 moves in a week. Picking up net fences and moving sheep tractors by hand with a utility dolly and my poor little body. So all of the labor considerations, in addition to the financial aspect. If I had a 4-wheeler, if I had permanent fences in place, and I could just open a gate and shuffle the sheep through and then hook onto the sheep house with a 4-wheeler and pull that through, that would be easy, right? I could continue doing it that way. But right now, just my body and a utility dolly and a lot of lady power is not cutting it, my friends. So that all of that brought about the decision to bow out gracefully. And it's taken 24 hours to get this calm, okay? So last night I was pretty distraught. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm such a failure. I suck. I'm a terrible farmer. I can't make this work. You know, all of the things that we say to ourselves. And then just really processing the situation that I'm in. And if it were just the financial thing, that's one thing, right? But the labor thing is huge. And we've been talking about that in our series of the radical act of opting out. We've been talking about boundaries with the farm and where our time and energy is going and priorities and all of that. So this comes back to that. And I've decided that all of those things in consideration, this is a time for me to bow out and sell the sheep. So that being said, I wanted to take this opportunity to offer refunds to the folks who have donated to my crowdfunding campaign, because it was set up with the sheep in mind. Like, I was crowdfunding to buy a truck so that I could take the sheep to the processors in October. I was crowdfunding so that I could use the truck to move hay. I was crowdfunding, it was largely about the sheep and being able to care for the sheep. And now I'm not going to have the sheep. So if you would like a refund, please just let me know. I'm going to reach out to those donors individually and check in with them, just, in the name of honesty and transparency, because I wouldn't feel good about keeping those funds under false pretenses. Since I am selling my precious and beloved sheep, this is really hard for me. I love the sheep to pieces, and I love taking care of them, and I love working with them this way on the field. So to let them go like this is really hard. So I've decided if I have to give up my sheep, I'm gonna have my truck. Something with an 8-foot bed that I can still haul something with, like the window panes or a refrigerator for the farm stand. I'm still farming. I'm still doing this, yo. And all of the energy that I was giving to the sheep, I am now going to put into the garden. I was feeling like I didn't have enough time for the garden anyway, with all of the livestock care and the rotational grazing. So this is going to allow me to focus on the garden solely. and focus on processing food and providing food for my community, as well as writing. So I'm pretty excited about that part of it. Oh, and I'm gonna focus more on my conservation work, like all of the lumber that we just purchased for the sheep tractors. I'm gonna reallocate and build a kiosk and those Aldo Leopold benches I was talking about. And there's nothing saying I can't, bring sheep back someday. If I'm in a different situation, if I happen to have a partner, or if Braytech has, a partner or kids who are interested in doing that kind of work and we decide we want to pursue sheep again, there's certainly room for that. And I'm not going to rule it out at this point in my life. But for right now, I feel in my gut, I really feel in my gut that this is the right thing to do for the farm, for Runamuk. And so it's hard for me. It's hard for me to let them go. Let me tell you, sheep are the sweetest creatures. And whenever I'm having a bad moment, I think about sheep. If I'm having a tooth drilled or a tooth pulled, I think about little sheep kisses because it makes me happy. So letting them go is not an easy thing. But it's the right thing to do, and it will be okay. This is a long-term game, and I'm playing for keeps, friends. So it'll be good. And I thank you for your support and for following along with the story of this wayward lady farmer. We'll keep at it. Sending love to you and yours from Maine.